So I guess you could say my passion, it really lies in building high-performing teams by setting clear strategic direction, fostering trust, accountability, and enabling execution at speed. And these are the same principles that I bring to Autonomix.
Welcome and thank you for joining us for the Virtual Investor On Demand Summer Spotlight. What's Your Story series? My name is Janine Thomas. I am CEO of JTCIR, and today we are featuring Brad Hauser. He is President and Chief Executive Officer of Autonomix Medical. Welcome, Brad.
Thanks so much, Janine, and it's great to be here from sunny California.
Well, so happy to have you. Can't wait to hear your story. But before I turn it over to Brad, I'd like to remind our audience that Autonomix trades on NASDAQ under the ticker AMIX, and the company will be making forward-looking statements. And I encourage everyone to view the company's website at autonomix.com, as well as the SEC's website for their latest filings and information. All right, Brad, we are going to dive right in. Can't wait to hear this. So I'm going to turn it over to you. We want to hear your story. So if you can tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey to CEO of Autonomix Medical.
Greatly appreciated, Janine. So I've had about 25 years now in med tech, and I've had a number of different roles in early stage companies, large companies that are global in scale, much more mature, as well as private and publicly traded companies. And I've also been able to work in just about every energy source that's in the electromagnetic spectrum, as well as working with sound technologies. So I have a broad breadth of skills that have led me to the role of CEO, but happy to dive deeper into any area you want to dig into.
Sure, absolutely. So, Brad, I have to ask, was there a definitive moment that shaped your career focus or passion?
Great question. I don't know that I can point to any single definitive or defining moment, but athletics, especially running, has had a profound impact on my life and career. Competing at a high level helped shape my leadership philosophy. And more importantly, it taught me how to lead high performing teams that trust one another and that execute with a shared purpose. I was very fortunate to help lead national championship teams both at the high school level and at Stanford, where we won NCAA titles in both cross country and track and field. And I think that team first mindset has carried me through my entire professional journey, from early roles in product management, where you have to lead with influence, you don't really have authority, to heading up R&D, commercial, and operations teams across multiple medtech brands and successful exits. So I guess you could say my passion, it really lies in building high performing teams by setting clear strategic direction, fostering trust, accountability, and enabling execution at speed. And these are the same principles that I bring to Autonomix. We're building the first true GPS for the nervous system, and that it's a sensing platform designed to unlock the full potential of nerve-targeted treatments. So advancing breakthrough technologies like this, it requires a team that moves in sync, it adapts with urgency, as well as operates with trust at its core. So for me, athletics running, it's really played a large role in defining my professional path.
So, Brad, as you think through, I mean, I hear from CEOs all the time. It's very lonely being a CEO, and you kind of have the weight of the world on your shoulders. What keeps you up at night related to Autonomix?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think um, it's the people, really making sure that you're giving them clear strategic direction and able to allow them to execute in their daily activities and roles. I see that as the primary role internally focused as a CEO. And then you obviously have the external responsibilities of communicating the vision, the mission to the stakeholders, whether or not they're investors, customers, regulators. So those are the key aspects. I think when I look at Autonomix, um, being public as early stage of a company we are, where we have a lot of development activities in clinical research to get done prior to commercialization, is a significant challenge because many investors are looking for revenue generating companies that have solid profit margins and EBITDA. And frankly, we're still in that stage a few years from our first commercial product. So that's one of the big challenges that Autonomix faces right now.
So as you think about, I mean, the challenges, and as you think about the weight of the world on your shoulders, how do you find like the work-life balance? How are you able to do that?
Yeah, it's also something that athletics has really helped direct how I manage my day-to-day work-life balance. When you're an athlete, you clearly have to work extremely, you have to be extremely dedicated, put in the work, put in the hours. But from a mental and physical standpoint, you have to have balance. So really running today is my balance. So I use that to get that physical exertion and that mental, almost freeing mindset from the day to day. So I still actively run a few miles every day. I don't train anymore, but it's part of how I look for that balance. So I talk to my employees all the time about maintaining some sort of um, hobby or lifestyle that gives them that balance, whether or not it's spending time with family and friends or a hobby like music, athletics, those sorts of things.
Thanks for sharing that. So, speaking of sharing, can you tell us one thing that people would be surprised to know about you?
Typically, I would always say that people are surprised to hear that I was an Olympian. But since we've already covered a little bit about the athletics and running, so I did get a chance and honor to represent the United States in the Sydney Olympics in 2000 in the 5,000 meters, which was a life-changing type of event. But it really culminated on all of the team aspect that I talked about earlier. But one of the other unique, interesting things is that I'm identical twin. So I have an identical twin brother, and he's been a key part of nearly every chapter of my personal and professional journey. We were teammates on all those championship teams, both back in high school and obviously at Stanford. And we later worked side by side in building some of the most successful brands in aesthetics, including brands like Fraxel, Thermage, and the Cool Sculpting brand under both Zeltique and Allergan. So having someone like that that you inherently trust, who can challenge and support you and really push you, it's been incredibly powerful for me. He's been a constant source of perspective, motivation, and accountability. And I've got a tremendous amount of respect and gratitude for everything that we've accomplished together.
I love that. Have you ever done this switch where you pretend to be each other?
We did in high school.
Did
We
you?
looked enough alike in high school that we would switch classes, both in anatomy and calculus.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So, one last question, and I appreciate all the time that you're giving me today. So now, as you reflect on your journey to this point, how do you think your story and leadership positions Autonomics to create stakeholder value?
Yeah, so now for more than 20 years, I've been in med tech, and I've built teams that have brought unique energy-based technologies from concept to commercialization. So across lasers, radio frequency, sound, and cold-based systems, I've helped develop and launch these innovative solutions for a wide range of indications, from vascular conditions to adipose tissue and treating the skin. And as I said earlier, along the way, I've worked in a wide spectrum of businesses, large and small, early stage and mature global enterprises. So that breadth of experience, I think, has helped shape my ability to adapt strategy and align cross-functional execution, which is critical for success, and really scale innovation in ways that create meaningful stakeholder value. And it's that experience blending both clinical, regulatory, manufacturing, and commercial execution that's given me the strong foundation to lead Autonomics. I believe that being part of leadership teams that have successfully guided three or more companies to acquisition and serving as an officer at four publicly traded companies, it allows me to understand what it takes to create and capture value, not just through innovation, but through execution, because that's really what earns the confidence of the customers and the investors. So once again, at Autonomics, we're advancing what we believe is the very first of its kind platform, a real-time transvascular nerve mapping and ablation system. So we're applying that same discipline, that urgency, and team alignment that's delivered success in the past for me. And I know it's a bold vision, but we're positioned to execute and to create value every step of the way.
We can't wait to follow you on this journey. Brad, thank you so much for sharing your story. What a great one it was, and certainly an exciting time for Autonomix. And I'd also like to thank our listeners for tuning in. And if you're interested in what you heard today, I do encourage you to visit the company's website at autonomix.com. And on their website, you can sign up to receive alerts for the company as well as follow their social channels to stay current on the latest information. Brad, you certainly got the assignment with the summer spotlight with your background. I think next year, if we do it again, I'm going to come there and we'll do it do it in person. It's definitely a great view.
Great. Thank you so much, Janine. Really enjoyed speaking to you today.
Thanks for sharing your story. And if you'd like to hear more of our summer spotlight, What's Your Story webcast, we encourage you to visit our website at virtualinvestorco.com. Brad, thanks again. Thanks to our audience, and I wish everyone a great rest of your day.